Growing up around the game of golf, I've always been intrigued by how effortless some people swing the golf club. As a young boy riding in the cart with my dad and grandpa, I remember watching them hitting the ball with ease and wondering if I too would be as good as them one day. My love for golf continued to grow as I became older and played in high school. Early on, I realized the key to being successful in golf is developing a good, consistent swing. There are some basic, essential steps to be able to successfully swing a golf club. Golf is a popular sport in America, providing recreation and exercise for millions of Americans, according to O'Brien. According to dictionary.com, golf is described as a game in which clubs with wooden or metal heads are used to hit a small white ball into a number of holes. According to Connect Golf, the main steps of a golf swing are the grip, backswing, downswing, and follow through. Also, golf.com mentions a mistake many people make is grabbing a golf club like a baseball bat. Today, I will be demonstrating how to properly swing this golf club. This is an 8-iron, and this is the club I'll be using today to demonstrate how to properly swing. To be successful in the game of golf, you must develop a precise swing. This comes with plenty of practice and multiple lessons along the way to develop a swing that works for you. The first part of the materials is the club. Today, I will be using an 8-iron, but any club is okay. The next part is your grip. You want your non-dominant hand over your dominant one. Then you are going to interlock your non-dominant pointer finger with your dominant pinky finger. Alright, so I'm right-handed, so my non-dominant hand would be here. So I'll take my pointer finger, my pinky finger, and interlock them like this. So when you go to hold a club, you interlock them behind and close your hands. So it should look like this. The next part of your materials is your stance. Your stance should be shoulder width apart, and as the club gets bigger, your stance should widen. The ball should be placed in the middle of your stance, and as the club gets bigger, it should slide up in your stance. As far as attire, a nice collared shirt and a pair of khakis are okay. As you can see, what I'm wearing right now would be considered proper golf attire. Now we actually get to swing. The takeaway is the most important part of the swing. If your takeaway is incorrect, then you won't be able to get the club head back to the correct position. When beginning your takeaway, make sure your arms stay loose and comfortable. Gary Alice with Golf Monthly says lots of golfers worry about whether their backswing is too short or too long, which ends up causing more harm than good. You should feel like your shoulders are what starts the backswing, as this tends to start you off in the correct position. Unlike what I've said about your arms before, once you begin your takeaway, your arms should be straight. If your arms stay loose, they will cock. When your arms cock, you break your wrists and bend your elbows. You want to cock your arms at shoulder level and no lower. Breaking your arms too early leads to an inconsistent swing, which is the opposite of what we want. The correct way to break your wrist is to feel like your dominant wrist, so in my case my right, will face the sky. This will make the club vertical. Then, once you break your wrist, you're going to break your arms. Your dominant elbow should bend first, then your other elbow shortly after. So, using the same grip, as you bring the club back and get to here with your arms straight, you want to break your dominant wrist, in my case my right, which causes it to go straight up like this. Now once you get in that position, my right arm should bend like this, causing it to go this way. So it'll end up looking like this. Here, here. And that's the correct backswing. After your swing is cocked back, you should pause when the club is lateral above your head, beginning your downswing. The last part of your swing is your downswing. The downswing will determine everything. If the downswing is slightly different, it can cause the ball to do something totally different than what you wanted. The most important part of your downswing is keeping your head still the entire time. If your head moves, so does everything else. Like I said with the backswing, you should pause when the club is lateral. After pausing, the first movement you should make is dropping your non-dominant shoulder. When dropping your shoulder, your weight should shift to that side as well. The best way I was taught to have a good downswing was to drop your shoulder and leaning forward, and then let your arms go limp. So it feels like your arms are just gonna fall down. This lets you feel the correct swing path. So once we get to the same position, which is here, the first move after you pause is to drop all your weight this way. So it should look like this. That's the first move. After contacting the ball, you want to feel like there is a towel under your armpits. This makes you round out your swing. Your hips should go through the ball and be facing where you hit. Golf is a great sport that can be enjoyed by everyone. I have shown you some basic, essential steps that will allow you to develop a good golf swing. So pick up some clubs, and with a little practice, you can be out there with a smooth, precise swing playing a round of golf. Thank you.